Okay, so today we're going to discuss the best and worst bases for MMA. All right, and we're not going to be talking about the bases like jiu-jitsu base. Oh, he's a strong wrestling base. He's a boxer. Like, fuck that. All right, we're going to discuss the actual ones that matter. Okay, the important things for MMA. So the first base that we will discuss is a construction job base for MMA. Bro, work construction for 5 to 10 years before you get into the UFC. You're the go to the division. Look at Demetrius Johnson. Go to flyweight. Worked construction part-time while training. Look at Marab. Fucking bantamweight goat. Tough as nails. Just a box of bolts. Like, just a tough cookie. He's just tough. Like, he's just durable. He just doesn't give up. And Demetrius obviously is actually skilled when it comes to martial arts. But Marab's just gonna plot forward, use that toughness, use that grit, bite down on the mouthpiece. And yeah, he's gonna win from toughness. Construction base is one of the best. Go work a construction job. You will do well in MMA. Now, this may not work as well. They might have patched this, bro. I'm gonna be real. They might have updated this a few years ago because nowadays I don't really think like it's as doable because I have no idea how Demetrius would work an 8-hour shift of manual labor and then train hard enough to become a champion. It's just, that's insane. Like, these guys are tough ass guys. These are the real tough guys of the business. And yeah, it's still a good base, but it's probably not the best nowadays. They patched this shit, unfortunately. But yeah, still a very good base for MMA. Back in the day, the old heads, Marab's not really an old head, but he's kind of old at this point. He's in our era, this modern era of MMA still. But it doesn't matter. New era, old era, go work a construction job. You will do well in MMA. Now talking about one of the worst bases for MMA, all right? And this is to become a champion, not just to be a good fighter, because these two fighters I'm going to use as an example are good fighters, but if you want to become a champion, you cannot be a fucking vegan, all right? Veganism, whatever you want to call it, eating only, not eating meat is a detriment to martial arts and testosterone and just everything. You're just going to be less of a fighter, less of a man, less of a person. Fuck it. Like, you just need to eat meat, all right? You need that. You need meat, all right? You do, okay? You cannot be that successful in MMA. Just look at Ian Gary. That's not the best example because he was undefeated up until this point. But, bro, imagine how much better he would be if he wasn't a vegan. If he wasn't convinced by his fucking 50-year-old wife to have his ex-husband or her ex-husband as a nutritionist. What the fuck are you doing, man? Come on. You would have beat Shavkat if you ate some meat beforehand. That dude's eating horse meat every day. It just gives you such a big advantage over these vegans. Like, it's not gonna work. And then you have Nate Diaz. Like, dude, come on. Nate's funny and all, but he's so overrated, bro. He's so fucking bad. Like, bro, his best win being Conor McGregor, which is it's a good win. The first loss Conor McGregor ever took. And then, Nate just kind of fell off the face of the earth when it came to his performances. He just, people talk about his cardio, alright? We talk about his cardio and his toughness. This dude is so low output. He'll just back up and plot forward and not do a whole lot of nothing. He's not shooting takedowns. He can't wrestle. He's just throwing flimsy jabs out there that don't do any damage. Just gonna volume strike them to death, which, jiu-jitsu game, real. He's such a good jiu-jitsu guy. He's dangerous. He can get submissions, but, when's the last time he got a submission? Was it Conor McGregor? He's not really known for that these days. And yeah, I just don't think veganism, being a vegan, not eating meat, it doesn't work. It's a terrible base for MMA. You're putting yourself at a disadvantage for no reason. Bro, just eat the animals, alright? They'll understand. Moving on to another good base, one of the best bases for MMA, especially these days, because refs do not give a fuck. Just cheat. Just cheat, bro. They're not gonna care. Just punch in the back of the head, eye gouge, groin shot, just do whatever it takes, okay? Because the refs do not care. Half the time they don't acknowledge back of the head shots. Look at Michael Chandler. This dude throws back of the head shots every single fight he's in. He did it to Dustin Poirier. He did it to Charles Oliveira in both of their fights, and especially in the second one. I was screaming so loud during that fight. He's literally pounding the back of his noggin, almost killing the guy, turning him into a vegetable probably. Like, the refs are so incompetent at certain times when it comes to stuff like that. They just don't acknowledge it. I just don't understand. And they'll acknowledge like certain other stuff, it's just so inconsistent and idiotic, and I'm sick of it. Just cheat, bro. They'll let you. I mean, look at John Jones. This dude eye pokes more than anybody in history, and he's the fucking GOAT. He's been on steroids, like everything. This dude cheats after cheat. He just cheats. And no one cares, man. Nobody cares if you cheat. You'll still be the GOAT of the sport to people. Unless you're TJ Dillashaw. Then you get people in every comment section calling him a cheater, and his legacy doesn't matter. Bro, keep that same energy with Anderson Silva, John Jones, everybody who's popped, who's who's like acknowledged as a GOAT of a division. Keep that same energy, because Dillashaw gets so much more hate compared to everybody. It's bullshit. But yeah, just cheat, bro. It doesn't matter. The GOAT of the sport is one of the biggest cheaters, if not the biggest cheater in the sport's history. Just cheat. It'll be all right. Chris Weidman, eye poke TKOing Bruno Silva. Dude, just cheat. They will let you. They don't care. If they want you to win, they will let you cheat. They will say to the other guy, keep fighting. You gotta keep fighting. What are you doing? Like, they don't give a fuck. Okay? Just cheat, bro. The refs don't care. Cheating is one of the best bases for MMA. Look, we have our bantamweight good on EPO, clearly. I'm just kidding. I'm probably coping there. But, I mean, bro, test him a few times more a year, all right? This dude's got to be on something. Okay, then one of the worst bases for MMA is ego and not listening. Obviously, you need an ego, but a certain type of ego where you're in denial about your own skills. And more importantly, and more specifically, I mean the guys who refuse to become well-rounded. And the guys who talk about, oh, stand and bang with me if you're a man. Like Sean Strickland saying to Dreykus, stand and bang with me because I don't want to get out grappled by you and get subbed. Bro, you're coping. If you are actually a champion type mindset kind of fighter, if you actually want to become a champion and reign and become a GOAT of your weight class and become great, you have to become well-rounded. You can't be like Sean Strickland and Bobby Green, who just cry about wrestling and call them boring and call them crotch sniffers. This is fucking A. Go box if you want to stand and kickbox. Go kickbox. Go Muay Thai. Like, go compete in Muay Thai. Go do something else, because this is MMA. People are going to take you down, and there's no shame in it. I do have a problem with control time grapplers and people who don't go for ground and pound and threaten submission attempts, but it doesn't matter, okay? They're allowed to take you down, become well-rounded, or get out. This also becomes annoying with jiu-jitsu guys who refuse to learn how to wrestle, like the guard pullers who just think it's okay to be taken down because my guard's so dangerous. I'll threaten a submission attempt, or I'll throw elbows from the bottom and hurt him. Like, bro, learn to wrestle, commit to defending takedowns instead of just pulling guard. Yeah, jiu-jitsu guys who refuse to wrestle, and boxers who refuse to learn how to grapple. Those are the guys I mean by this. Ego, not becoming well-rounded, not listening to the fans and the coaches. Yeah, one of the worst bases for MMA by far. Okay, moving on to another good base, a best base for MMA, poverty. Coming from poverty is one of the best bases for MMA. Look at Pantoja, Oliveira, basically anyone from the favelas, all right? Anyone basically from Brazil. Unfortunate, it's a sad time for a lot of countries. I'm very grateful for the situation I'm in. And yeah, poverty is a just cheat code, You just have a different type of grit in the back of your mind. You just have a different type of work ethic. You just have a different mindset, because this is everything. You need to make it or you're fucked, or your people are fucked. It's over. So yeah, coming from poverty nowadays might not be as good, because you're competing with people who have high advantages, when it comes to training and diet, and managers getting you better fights and positions, and like just cherry-picked matchups, stuff like that. But I still think poverty can create some champions nowadays. Coming from poverty, yeah, one of the best bases for MMA. I mean, look at Charles Oliveira. Look at him, all right? Bro had nothing, and now he has everything. Pantoja, you know, what's another example? I don't know, but poverty, one of the best bases for MMA, for sure. Okay, more specifically with the UFC, this is more to do with the UFC because MMA, obviously in Asia, they dominate it a lot. But, dude, you can't be Japanese. I'm sorry, I can't say this. But, dude, we never had a Japanese champion. We've never even really come that close. You know, Korean Zombie has gotten his title shots, wasn't competitive. Tatsuro Taira, you know, looked like a promising prospect, but then kind of got exposed for not knowing how to strike. You know, these Japanese prospects, man, it never works out. I don't think I can add this to the video. You know, this has nothing to do with, like, prejudice, but, dude, it's true. Okay, I don't think we'll ever see a Japanese champion. I don't know why. They're very talented when it comes to grappling. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think we're ever going to see a Japanese champion, unfortunately. Okay, the last base I want to talk about, the best base for MMA, the best one, all right, out of all of them. Maybe not out of all of them, but Delusion. You got to be delusional, man. You got to be delusional. You can't accept things. You can't accept losses. You got to be delusional, all right? All right, this one might be at half and half. Okay, I'm going to be real. This might be, like, bad and good, which, yeah, because you have Conor McGregor, delusional, like, copes after losses, but he was great. He was great. He did a lot of great things in the sport. Look at Jamal. Delusional as fuck. Was a world champion. Alright, it's not going great now, but he was. Yeah, this one's definitely half and half, but yeah, champion nonetheless. Bilal Muhammad thinks his boxing's on the level of Canelo. You know, I know he's half joking with that shit, but at the same time, I think he believes some of the things he does say. You know, like, I love Bilal, but yeah, a bit delusional. World fucking champion, though, so it doesn't matter, okay? Be delusional. One of the best bases for MMA, okay? Those are all the bases I wanted to talk about today. That's it. That's the video. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one.